Hi you bush people, my name is Damien and I'm here in the Swedish forest just starting my channel, hoping some of you guys will like it. I will just do some basics, how to make fires, show my tool gears, my knives. I have a special love for knives, so I hope you enjoy it. Thank you all. So, need to collect some firewood so I can start my fire. Everything is pretty damp. It's been raining all day long, so we need to find some dry tinder. And I usually look upwards. My English is not so good, so I'm sorry for that, guys. Here we can find some pretty dry tinder that we can use. So just take this. Because the ground is pretty damp, I need to make sure that my tinder does not get moist from the ground. So I'm just going to use some dry branches to make a floor bedding. There I can start my fire. Here I'm going to take a small bit of this tree that's dried dead to use as a small baton for my knife. I like baton in my knives. Somebody said me they don't like to eat that, but I like baton. So I'm just using my silky saw, just a ordinary silky. It's the Super XL 21. Broke the tip of it when I first got in using it. It's a pretty good saw. Now that I have my small baton here, I'm just going to use my knife to baton this small kindling so I can make some feather sticks. Today I'm using my Fallkniven F1. I think most of you guys know this knife. I don't think I need to go through the specifications. It's a pretty good knife, I think. I rely on this knife. It won't break when I baton, so it's pretty okay batonging this knife. It's a full tan. As I said earlier, this ground is pretty damp, so it's going to be a bit hard. But I think we will succeed doing a small demonstration fire, nothing big. Let's start making some feather sticks. The wood I collected, I thought it was pretty dry, but feeling the wood now, I can feel it's a bit damp, so it may take a while to get this fire going. We shall see. I think I'll bring you up a bit closer, you guys, so you can see the feathers. Just a moment, bear with me. I hope you have some focus there. Just checking so I got you in frame. I can feel that this wood is pretty damp, so I don't know if those feathers will work. Maybe try another wood here. Let's try this one. I'm trying to make them as thin as possible, so when the spark hits, it will take better, how you say it, the spark will hit the wood, the dry wood, if it's dry, and ignite it easier if it's thin. If it's too thick, it won't work. So that's why I think they call it feather sticks, because they need to be as thin as a feather. Then you can use, when you have done the small feathers, you can use thicker feathers when you have started the fire. So it's good to mix it up. But as I told you earlier, my sticks are not so good. They're pretty damp, because I took from a small tree, small branch, and the rain has penetrated all the way in. So I'm sorry guys, I'm losing the frame here sometimes. I'm not used to this. This is my first video, so bear with me. Let me see. My feathering technique is not so good, as you can see. I'm just needing some more practice. It's harder when you take a smaller branch like this. I find it easier with a bigger stick. My goal is to keep all the feathers gathering together, but as you can see, sometimes I push too hard and they come off the stick. That's not my intention. But if they come off the stick, you can gather all the feathers and put them as a pile, and it should work. Seems pretty odd talking to a camera like this. I'm usually behind the camera. I'm not the type of guy that wants to be on camera. But I'm doing this for you all guys. As you know, the Fallkniven is a convex grind. I like the convex grind. I also like the Scandi grind. Every grind has its purpose. And each man prefers different grinds. As a knife lover, I see the beauty in all grinds. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Grinds or grind or what do you call it? My crappy English. Now I'm just making some bits of feather so I can gather it together. My base has gone apart, so my feathers could be pretty damp. I hope it will work, just for a small demonstration. As you see here, we have a small pile of feather sticks. If you want to succeed, do much more than this, because sometimes it's pretty easy, but when the weather is like this, everything is damp, you have a damp floor, has been raining all day, it's pretty hard to get the fire going. But when you have got it going, then it's no problem. I did collect some more tinders. This time I took a bit thicker branch. From the same branch that I took my baton, I took this wood. And this was better wood, not a stamp, so I can get better feather sticks. I'm a bit nervous in front of the camera, so I'm just excusing myself all the time. It's harder to make this in front of the camera than off the camera. I feel I press too hard on my knife. I'm forcing it. What I should do is that I should let the knife do the job. My arm is bent, so it's not so good. This one. Flattening it first. Sorry I'm going off camera, but I'm trying to get this feather stick going. And here we have my first viewer. So you can see this one is my first viewer on my Buscraft video. Sorry guy, I can't be here because I'm starting a fire, so go over there. So what can I tell you guys? I'm living in Sweden. I'm 36 years old. Today is the 3rd of September. The summer is over. And I decided to start my Buscraft channel. My light Buscraft channel, because I'm pretty new as bushcrafting. So let me fix this so it's sturdy. Let's check this tinder, this feather sticks, if it's something good. There we go. It's pretty damp, I can tell you that. Maybe too much. Just putting away my knife so I don't cut myself. Trying to find some dry wood. Every stick I touch here feels pretty damp. So you see coming, it's pretty much smoke. Let me check here. Pretty much smoke because it's damp wood. I have some smaller kindlings here, maybe too thick. You can make them smaller so it's easier for you. So you just take your time, wait it out. Don't put all the big stuff like this, because you will smother it, you will suffocate the fire. Just let it work. And soon you will have a big fire if you want to. But I'm just doing a small one for demonstration here. That's why I'm not having no rocks around, no rocks under, because if you have like this, you have a stick under, this stick could ignite and it will be a forest fire if you don't check the ground. So it's important to check the ground, what you have there, so you don't start a forest fire. But today, as I told you, I'm just doing a smaller one, so you can, just for demonstration, so you can know how to make your own fire with some fire steel, a knife, in a damp condition, finding tinders. And when you got your fire going, you can put the sticks above the bigger ones. That's it, guys. Some practice and you can do it like a pro, not like me. So here we have a small fire. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see a bit of it. Wrong here. I took a day trip, not a day trip, a small hike from my house to do this first video for you. Just show myself for the bushcraft community. and just showing what pack I took today. I took my Rush 12 511 backpack. Pretty good pack, sturdy, fits all I need for just a day. I took my Fallkniven F1. I took my saw, Super XL 24-1 silky saw, and that's it. Also my camera, my tripod, and nothing more. Just taking it simple, starting small, and I hope seeing you on other videos. So if you want to follow my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Can't even say that word. And you will see a bit more of me. Here we have our little friend. He still wants to go to the fire, seeking warmth. Not here. We can go over there, my friend. I don't know if you can hear, but it's pretty damp. You hear the noise from the tinder struggling to keep up with the moist. So it's, like I told you earlier, harder to make fires when the conditions are like this in Sweden. It's easy with a big lighter, but using a fire steel or some other primitive method could be a struggle. But having the knowledge to make fire, I think is pretty important for all of us. And also learning more about the nature, what we can do, what we shouldn't do in the forest, so we can keep this planet safe for all of us. Yeah, I don't have so much more to say. Feels pretty hard talking to a camera, but I hope you like it, and see you later. Here we have the small fire. It's burning nicely now. As you can see, perfect to make some cup of tea or coffee. Many people drink coffee. I don't. I prefer tea. Here you can see all the moist coming out from the tinder. You can maybe hear the sound also. So this is why it's harder to make fire in damp condition when it has rained or something else. But could you do this with moist tinder, then you have a good base for some light survival in damp condition, because fire is one key element you need. So I'm just showing you the forest I'm in. I don't know if I said it earlier today, but this is pretty damn close to my home. I don't know if you can hear it, but the roads are a few hundred meters away. It's a highway, so it's not so much a forest without urban life. It's a forest here at home, close, so I can make this quick video introducing myself, showing you a small bit of bushcrafting. Not so much bushcraft, I don't know what you can call it, but you can call it what you want. For me, it's a small bit bushcrafting, coming out here, just enjoying the nature, making a small fire. When it's damp, it's pretty hard for some people. It was really hard for me at the beginning. I couldn't get it going. Now I'm just getting it, the basics done, so I can make some fire for my tea or my supper, or depending what I'm going to do in the forest. Just when here we have forest, we have dead falling, so it's good to find something like this. If it's too fresh, you can't use it. If it's rotten, it's not so good. And then we have some pine, some different kind of trees, more dead falling. So some resources we have. We have plenty of twigs like this, are perfect to getting started because they will ignite pretty fast. So it's starting to get a bit dark here. I'm in a place it's pretty dark forest. Not so dark, but the camera can't capture really how it feels to be here in the forest. It seems pretty boring when you look through the camera, but when you're here, it's okay. I like coming out to nature, looking around what I can find. Here we have plenty of perfect kindling or tinder or for starting a fire. It's pretty dry. You just mess it up like this and put it in. This will ignite pretty good. So as you can see, it's hard for the fire because it's so moist. The only thing the smoke is good for is the midgets, I think you call it, mosquito. The mosquitoes could be pretty damn evil in the forest when you're trying to do something. So it's good with some smoke. So I hope you're enjoying this small video. I don't know how many times I've said that, but I'm not used to standing in front of the camera. I'm used to standing behind the camera. So I'm pretty nervous for this first video I'm putting out. So keep watching. Thank you all. So here I'm just showing a close-up of my knife. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. The laminated line you have there. The handle. Oh, focus camera, thank you. It's a pretty good knife. I like it. Some people hate it. There we go. Come on, camera. Here we go. It's pretty hard. There we go.